Hello, Svafnir here, and I know it's been a little while, but I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. So today I'm going to be working on cutting out some pieces that I've already painted to kind of show you guys the process of that. But before we get started, y'all know what time it is. It's tea time. And today I am drinking a Jade Clouds and Mist that is from the company Tibella, which is a local tea company that operates out of Tampa, Florida. So, you know all that jazz. Support local. But there's a lot I gotta catch you guys up on, so I figured I'd go through that and then we could talk more about the piece. So I moved, finally. Holy shit. That was such a fucking ordeal. Buying and selling a house is nightmarish, but buying and selling a house during a pandemic is like super duper nightmarish, and I feel like I probably wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but considering our circumstances, we didn't really have any other choice. But the lending company that we went through and the realtors that we had were like so awesome, and they made that experience so much more tolerable and at sometimes enjoyable. So sometimes you can kind of take a garbage situation and make it into something pretty great. So yeah, I moved. It's all over. And I've finally got my like office space kind of like set up to the point where maybe sometime soon I could do a little tour for you guys. But I definitely, the closets are a motherfucking mess. So just give me a little bit, and once I get that sorted out, then we can do like a super cool tour. Another update, my farm in Story of Seasons is doing great, and I am so excited for Pioneers of Olive Town. Like, I can't even wait until March. I wish that it was coming out now. So in the meantime, I've just kind of been keeping myself preoccupied with going back and playing some retro games, which, you know, is kind of my staple, my go-to. Donkey Kong Country 2 just got put out on Nintendo Switch Online, so definitely been playing a lot of that and enjoying it. My husband has been playing a ton of Deep Rock Galactic, I call it Diggy Diggy Hole. It's this cool like dwarf game where you are like mining shit, but it also kind of feels like Earth Defense Force, because there's like, you know, bugs and shit that you have to kill, which I don't fucking, super agree with, but you can pet the bugs, so like I'm mostly encouraging him to pet the bugs and to not kill them. And the last update before I actually start talking about the piece that I'm doing is that I am finally getting a curio cabinet for all of my Malice Miser stuff to display. And I'm so excited about that. And as soon as it's all set up, I definitely want to show you guys that. But I did get my posters put up and all of my framed postcards. So that was really exciting. So I definitely have the spirit of the old J-Rock gods shining down on me in my workspace. So that's been pretty nice. But yeah, super stoked to get that set up. So that's going to do it for the update. So now I'm going to talk about what I'm actually doing. So after I paint my pieces, I take an X-Acto knife, and I have a little Fiskars, that's the orange one that kind of goes over one of my fingers. I guess it would be they're both detail knives, but that one's like super duper detail knife. And I go through and I hand cut all of the edges around my pieces. And after I'm finished with that, I'll go back in, and I like to paint the edges of my pieces because like whenever you set it in a glass frame, when you're looking at it at different angles, you can see the edges, and I feel like having those edges painted kind of gives it a more complete and finished look, and sort of pushes the narrative that it's like a real thing, you know? So I'm kind of really, with the way that my work is going now, I've really been hoping to bridge that gap between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional art, and push that a bit further by also bringing in some more 3-dimensional items into my work. I've been toying with the idea of having red embroidery thread in my pieces, because I'd like to incorporate the thematics of the red string of fate, sort of tying some of these pieces together I'd also like to be working at a bigger size. I'm really comfortable at like an 8 by 10, but I'd really like to get more comfortable with 11 by 14 and things that are even a little bit bigger than that. This next year I really kind of want to push myself to do like big stuff, you know? So yeah, this is pretty much going to do it for this week. These are the two pieces that I finished. The bottom is a monarch caterpillar and the top is a garden tiger moth. I'm pretty happy with the way that these turned out. I kind of favor the caterpillar. I think maybe it's his little Pete's, but it was nice to do something a little bit fun, get back in the swing of things, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. So I'll hopefully see you guys next week if I can stay on track. See ya.